there just isn't a debate. The Town Hall 10 Zap Drags attack strategy is just the strongest attack strategy for Town Hall 10s when they don't have access to siege machines, and even arguably when they do have access to the siege machines. That's absolutely crazy. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys exactly how to do that attack strategy, step-by-step process, breakdown, and all that good stuff. So if that sounds like fun to you guys, let's get into it. And before we do get any further, there is a very important thing that you need to know. 3 lightning spells and 1 earthquake spell is enough to take down an air defense, and that is a very important stat that you guys are going to have to know to perform this attack strategy. You're going to have to, keep it in the back of your head at all times. And things that you're looking for is some solid value that you can get with your zaps. You're looking to create some really nice pathing with them for your dragons. Let's see how this attacker can do it, and then let's break down his attack, and then let's see some more attacks, and then let's break down those attacks so that you guys can do it later on. So Charles from Clash United 10, this is a NDL match, Town Hall 10's no siege. If you're doing this with siege, just do it with Stone Slammer. So look, 3 lightning spells on both of these compartments right here. They're going to zap out everything that was in here. That, four different things, and then they're going to drop down 1 quake in between all of that, and that will be able to take down 2 air defenses and whatever was here on the sides. That's some solid value. What can I say? And now we're going to be starting off a couple of dragons at the 3 o'clock, and we're going to let them do their thing a bit. They're going to create some nice pathing. We're going to drop down our king at the 6. Let's see how we're going to continue this on. King at the 6, and some decent pathing has already been created. And then another dragon. Okay, so we're going to be doing all of our dragons near the bottom. So look at what the attacker he's going to be doing right now. This is already pretty clear in my opinion. He's going to be using his Sui hero to funnel his dragons where he wants them to go in this scenario. So all of his dragons going down just like so. And just like so, he's able to funnel in his dragons. If you're a bit confused right now, that is not a problem at all. I'm going to break it down for you guys. I will allow you to understand it. Dragons are going to keep going through the space right now. We have a rage. There you go. We still have a freeze, which we're going to use onto those expos and those sweepers. And we still have a haste, which we can use any second now through that compartment. We're going to drop down a mini Lalo at the 12 o'clock side. That isn't something you guys are going to have to do, but it's something you can do if you think you can. And then Charles is just gonna take down the rest of the base, and then this base is crushed. So let's break this down. Let's see exactly what he did and how he managed to get a 3-star with this attack. So Charles, what does he start off by doing? By using his lightning spells. And his earthquake spell, singular earthquake spell here, he zaps out this air defense, this bomb tower, and I think this wizard tower, as well as gets a lot of damage onto this expo, and then does the exact same thing right here. So takes this down, this down, this down, and this down. Now 3 lightning spells is not quite enough to take down the expo, so it almost goes down, but he realizes that he can use 1 quake to reach both of these air defenses, and so both these air defenses go down with 1 quake. Now, what the attacker has is all of this on this base down. Not this stuff on the center, but as you can see, all of this is down now. So what does he do? There is nothing air right here on the 3 o'clock side. So he sends in 1 dragon, and it's going to clear kind of the buildings right here on the outside, so that all of this stuff is kind of gone. And then he can start off a couple of dragons right around here. But he notices that there's a dead zone right here with this Inferno. You see this really massive dead zone. And if he sends in his dragons right now, they're going to go around that multi, and the multis can do a lot of damage to them. So what the attacker instead decided to do is start off a couple dragons, not too many, but he prioritized his Sui hero, which was going to get deployed near the bottom, which is going to go down, take down this air defense, take down these buildings right here, as well as pretty much everything here. So that way the dragons are essentially forced to go through this, just through the base, just like so. And by the time that the dragons are through here, the Sui hero will already be here and have taken down all of this. And then he just had a little backside Lalo plan for this section of the space. He didn't even need it. He could have just finished it off with whatever. And if you're doing this with a siege machine, you can use a stone slammer here. But that's how he got this triple. And it may seem a bit complicated, but in reality, this is more simple than it looks. And this is kind of, don't want to say a more advanced Zap drag, but we're going to hop into some more easy examples. So really quickly, just to remind you guys, uses his zaps to take care of this stuff, and the point of those zaps is to kind of establish a nice pathing for those dragons. Starts off with a couple dragons at the 3 o'clock, which is going to clear this annoying stuff on here, which will allow the couple dragons to go down. Sui hero near the bottom left side, which is going to destroy this, so that allows the dragons to go and path towards the multi, which is therefore going to allow the dragons to path towards the center, which will, and then he's going to use back and Lalo, and that's the 3-star. It's not rocket science. It's pretty simple. If you're new to the stack strategy, it may seem a bit complicated, but just think about it. It's not rocket science. Let's watch how Nubs takes down this base. Once again, I never watched this replay, so let's see how he's going to do this. So let's take a look. He has a 9 lightning spells and 2 quakes, so that means he's going to be able to take down, what's 9 divided by 3? It's 3, and he has 2 earthquake spells. Let's see what he's going to be doing here. And where is he going to start his lightning spells? So he's going to start off his lightning spells here, and notice he was able to also take down the queen along with his lightning spells. Taking down the queen with your lightning spells is a why not deal. You're just going to wait for the queen to go around the altar, and if the air defense is beside the queen, you can take both of them out. It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Is that the saying? Anyways, does the exact same deal to this air defense, and those are down. So it takes down 3 air defenses. I think he's 1 quick to deal with this air defense and this air defense. Gonna be sending in the Sui hero at the 3 o'clock side. So I think the Sui hero, oh no, the queen is gonna get deployed at the 6 o'clock. Okay, and then the king will be able to break down these defenses on the outside, which will allow the dragons to path towards the center of the base, which is where the attacker wants the dragons to path to. Okay, I see what he's doing here. It's pretty simple. More balloons going in with the lava hound going in, tanking for those dragons. Doesn't have a rage. Couple minions can. Okay. Yeah, I see what he did here. Let's go to times 4 from this point on. It's just dragons taking down the rest of the base. And then I'll explain to you kind of what he did. Attack, breakdown. And then we'll hop into the exact same replay, and then we'll kind of rewatch it just like we did with the last attack. Take down this last troll Tesla. And let's break it down. So let's take a look at this base. So what the attacker was able to do, he was able to take down the queen, this air defense, I think this air defense, and this air defense. He noticed he could have used 1 quake to take down both these air defense, so he used 3 lightning spells on this air defense and 3 on this one, and then he waited for the queen to go around the altar to get near this air defense, and then the attacker zapped out the queen as well. And so this compartment was kind of cleared out, and then the attacker also just zapped out this back end one, because if he's sending in the dragons through here, which was his original plan, ending off on a back end air defense is always very dangerous. Same thing goes for a single Inferno tower. And so now that all of this is gone, he was able to send in his king to go through here and essentially clear down all of this stuff. But the queen or the king wasn't fully able to do that, which is why we saw some dragons also going this way, which is not optimal. But it ended up working. If I was the attacker, I probably would have sent the king along with the queen. I would have done a Sui hero here so that all of this was taken down. But the attacker was able to make it work. He was able to send in the king, I think this, yeah, this was taken down. So all the attacker had to do was clear out these things on these sides, which would force the dragons to go down this side of the base. And then just because this air defense is taken down, so would be this archer tower and yeah, and this bomb tower. No, not that bomb tower. That would leave him for an easy triple. Let's rewatch it. Let's see how it's done. So let's go to ×4 again. So he's gonna wait for the queen to go around, zap all of that out. One quake for both those air defenses. More quakes down there. And now take a look at what the attacker has here. Will be able to send in his king and clear these buildings right here. Because if these buildings right here clear, that means he can deploy his dragons through here and they will go this way. That is just funneling 101. He could have, he could have sent like a balloon or two here, because if this mortar was taken down, then much more dragons would have actually ended up going here, and that would have been much better. So that's a little mistake on his part, I would say, because dragon splitting, that's not exactly what you want. You want your dragons to, for the most part, stay together. I'm gonna be using a poison onto that dragon, and from this point on, we'll just once again be able to just keep going through the space. If he didn't zap out that air defense near the back, I'm not saying that that would have ended his attack, but it would have caused a pretty serious problem, because ending on an air defense is always very dangerous. Little note when you're doing the zap dragon attack strategy is that multis are not as dangerous as singles. So multis in general are much more feared in war, because you know they're able to counter many of these spam attack strategies like witches, but oh, and also they're stronger against things like Lalo, against things like hybrid. But dragons are better against multis. So whenever you see multis, just think of dragons most of the time, if I'm being honest with you. Dragons are very strong against multis, but not quite as strong against singles, because singles just take them down way too fast. But you can still make it work, obviously. And there you go. The dragons just clear the rest of the space, and that is another beautiful 3-star. Last troll Tesla. There you go. A little something I always want you to look out for, and it's pretty much insane zap value whenever you see this. When you see two air defenses just like this, right beside each other, just know you can zap drag that base. Because, look, you can take down both those air defenses with just 3 lightnings and 1 earthquake spell, which is exactly what the attacker is going to do, obviously. 3 lightning spells there as well. I'm going to use 1 quake there and 1 quake there, and he will be able to clear all of that, still have a lot of spells remaining, and only 1 air defense is remaining, and was able to establish some really nice pathing, which we will go over when we're going over the attack breakdown, obviously. 1 dragon near the 9 o'clock, which is going to help with the initial funnel. It's going to take it quite a bit of time. Don't forget, guys, that this is my first time seeing this replay. The king is going to get sent in, and the dragons should now be getting sent in as well any second now, near the bottom. Any second now, the dragons should be getting sent in. Couple more dragons near the bottom right. There you go, there goes the dragons. And the attacker still has a rage and still has a freeze. You want to use your rage and your freeze just to up against an area of high value. But with dragons you typically end up using it fairly early. But this initial breaking in area isn't too dangerous, but still probably can use it. Is he going to use it there? You might save it for the queen and the clan. That's a good time to use it. That's a good time to use it. Just dropping down with poison, still hasn't used his rage. Oh, and another little Lalo in the back. There you go. There goes the rage to take care of the queen. And the lab hound will be tanking for a while. That was kind of a wasted Lalo. Like kind of a wasted back end Lalo, in my opinion. Giant near the back is going to be tanking for... Oh, never mind. The giant is going to be tanking for that Tesla and that archer tower, and then 2 balloons are going to be able to snipe both those off, and that's going to be very beautifully done, and that's going to be a very destructive 3-star. I take that back. Beautiful 3-star done by Charles once again, the Zap Drag Master, and the last troll Tesla is going to go down right now. I hope I didn't confuse you guys too much, so I'm going to explain it in the most simple way I possibly can. This is going to be a base. This weird triangle thingy right there. We're going to have an air defense. We're going to mark our air defenses in yellow because air defenses are kind of yellow. So air defense right here, right there, and right there. Now our lightning spells are going to be in blue because, well, lightning spells are blue. And now we're going to use our lightning spells to take down some air defenses along with the earthquake, obviously. So our lightning spells, we will use this one here and it will take down all of this. We'll use another lightning spell and we'll take down all of this. And now we still have our Sui hero. Our Sui hero will be, I don't know, it will be green. It will be sent in wherever it can help us with the most pathing. So, for example, if there's going to be a bunch of trash buildings on the outside of the base, say these are a bunch of trash buildings, we can send in our Sui hero to break these trash buildings so that these trash buildings were gone. And now we can send in our dragons, which is the main part of the attack, obviously, to go through this base. Because again, we want dragons to be together and we want them to be unified. And so, by clearing down one side of the base essentially with your lightning spells and your Sui hero, you are able to send your dragons through the base and get a 3-star. This is the simplest possible explanation I possibly could have done, and I hope you can kind of connect it to the replays I showed you. I tried my absolute best to teach it the best I can, but obviously you guys still may have some questions, so if you do, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be sure to get back to each and every one of you guys. Anyways guys, that is the end of the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already because I post Clash Lenscon every single day at 2 p.m. I do esports, attack strategy guides, all that good stuff, and also comment what you want to see next. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.